Good evening, everyone. This is Ark Devotions. And if you wonder why we are in this swamp, well, I'll tell you. In this swamp lies a creature, if I can find it, that is also responsible for all the sin in the world. And that creature is a snake. But, however, not just any snake. This snake was actually... Oh, there he is right now. Oh, yeah, the snake was actually the devil in disguise, and it tempted Eve to take part in eating the fruit of the tree of knowledge and of the tree of knowledge. Now, in order to continue my lesson here, I'm gonna have to trank this snake in order to get my point across. There. Now that's better. Now see, the devil had become a snake to tempt Eve into taking a bite of the fruit from the center of the garden, which God specifically told... Oh, hold on. Which God specifically told them they should not eat, for to eat that fruit, they would gain the knowledge of good and evil. And that knowledge was never meant for us. But the devil himself, as the snake here, was like, really? Did God really say you would die from eating that fruit? No, in fact, you will gain... Let's see you. You will be able to distinguish good from evil. And so, hearing that, Eve decided to try and eat some of this fruit. So, I'm just going to demonstrate. But, then, after taking a bite, she offered it to her husband, who then her husband Adam, who also took a bite. But when they did, they realized something terrible: that they were ashamed, and sin had entered the world, and that they were naked, which they should not have known about. And after they realized that, they hid themselves from God, because they could... Let me see if I can... There it is. No, right there. They hid themselves from God because they knew he was out and about. So they basically hid themselves. But, however, God himself was nearby. Yes, God used to... Oh... So, anyway... God managed to find Adam and asked, "Who told you you were naked?" And hold on. Come on, stand up. Yeah, who told... And he asked, "Who told you that you were naked?" And then he realized, wait a minute, have you been eating from that fruit tree that I told you never to eat from? And he said, well, Eve was the one that made me take a bite, and Eve blamed the snake there. The snake, and that was when God turned his attention toward the serpent, or snakes, and said, "On your belly you shall crawl, forever crawling in the sand like the like the reptile you are, for you are the one that brought sin into this world." He didn't say that part, but you get what I'm saying. And then he said, "And you shall put your fear into the hearts of women everywhere here." And I better just keep walking, because that thing's almost about ready to wake up. Let's see. Put your hand on. And ever since then, it looked... You shall be put... I will put fear of you into the woman, and between your offspring and hers. Basically, that's why we somewhat have a fear of... Some of us have a fear of snakes. Minus kind of me, I'm not that afraid of them. Oh no. Oh no. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Oh, never mind. Thought that gator was gonna come over here. And then, after talking to the snake, that is when God turned his attention to woman and said, well, actually turned to both Adam and Eve, because you guys ate the... Oh, man, hang on. Hang on. Don't come... Eat! Okay, time to get out of here. Let's, Okay, hang on, guys. I'm gonna be heading back to my platform here. Sorry, hang on a minute. There. Right back to my speaking platform. And turning to Adam, he said, because your wife ate the fruit when I told you not to, I have placed a curse upon the soil. Basically, our paradise turned into a curse. Because of what the devil did, sin has now entered the world. Sin entered the world and the whole earth became cursed. That's why today we have to work for everything. We basically have to, like, in order to make a garden, we have to prepare the soil and everything. Basically, before all that, we would be able to plant anything and it would grow. And then we started working, and then God made the sacrifice to use animal skin to make Adam and Eve their first clothes. And then after that, God just said for their sin, they are banished from the Garden of Eden forever. And to make sure that no one can ever find Eden, because anybody nowadays tries to find it, if they did find it, they'd basically die, because in that area is a large glowing sword that anyone who goes near it would just die right there upon trying to get past it. But, however, we can be free from sin, and that is because Jesus came into the world, and when he came in, he showed us that he is the only way into being free from sin and the only way to God. By knowing Jesus and accepting Jesus as our Savior, oh crud, oh, why did I do that? By accepting Jesus as our Savior, you are free from sin, because Jesus took away all our sin when he died on the cross and rose 3 days later. That is how Jesus freed us from sin, and by teaching us that he is the only way. Because by doing that, he actually crushed the devil's original plan to keep us separated from God. But by knowing what Jesus did, we are no longer separated from God, because it is Jesus who showed that he is the only way to heaven. And thank you guys for listening. Bye-bye. Until next time, bye-bye. The darkest night.